There it is. And we're live.
Oh man, you got me.
Cut Justin in the middle of trying to make himself a tasty beverage.
And then I played the rookie.
Oh man. Hey, this is the first time. Oh, there's one. I was going to say, this is the first time we ever started a show with zero.
With zero, yeah, it's just me and you. Because I'm the only person I think watching right now, honestly. So I'm gonna go grab a soda super quick.
All right,
I'll be right back. Yeah, I mean,
get something to drink. We're gonna be here for a while. Well, what's cracking, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Right, it is. It has been a hectic day. But now I can slow down and relax and enjoy the show. Bunch of crap to talk about tonight that is, hey, some of it's fun, some of it's dumb, some of it's boring. We might as well kick off with the big thing that's in the news, which evidently Jason Aldean made a song, then made a video about the riots in 2020, and the Country Music Television Network has now removed the video, saying that it's controversial. And everybody's saying that it's racist and terrible. But from what I can tell, he doesn't actually point out anybody specific. He just talks about the riots. Mr. Brown, how the heck are you? What's up, NorCal? So, yeah, and ever since they decided to pull the video, the song has now shot up to Billboard's #1.
What song is this? I didn't even know. Wait, I thought you were talking about the Sound of Freedom there for a second. I didn't.
No, the Sound of Freedom domestically is still beating Indiana Jones 5.
Well, even he's so old, a wet towel could beat him.
Well, the really sad part is I mean, there's just TikTok videos, there's Twitter videos, there's YouTube shorts of all these people. They keep showing all these videos and all these different theaters that the projector breaks, the AC breaks.
Sabotage.
And then they're giving out refunds. So the refunds go against the box office count. So it's a kind of an underhanded way to try and knock the box office numbers down. And Indiana Jones still can't beat it. So unfortunately, I don't even know what purpose there was in making Indiana Jones 5, but unfortunately,
well, I mean, we were talking about the Sound of Freedom and the Sound of Freedom beating out Indiana Jones 5 and all that, and I mean, I didn't want to touch on the Sound of Freedom right away because I'm sure we'll get to that later because I know that's the thing right now.
There's so many people that are upset about that movie and are doing everything they possibly can to discredit it, which is. This is something.
It almost sounds familiar, like when you try to tell people the truth, but they don't want to believe the truth.
And that's, I mean, I've done my fair amount of looking into the whole QAnon thing. I've gone through and read a bunch of the Q posts and the things that they talk about in some of their message boards, and a lot of what the group of QAnon is doing is basically just research. They're just going online and looking stuff up that they can find. And essentially it was just this person, Q, or a group of people that called themselves Q and made a bunch of posts, just asked a bunch of questions. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that?
RC Recreation coming in censored.
Hey, Recreation, Cape Cod. Good to see you guys. So yeah, it was.
Well, that reminds me to pull up the chat over here so I can see what's going on.
Yeah, really kind of odd to me that they've made such a big deal out of the whole QAnon thing. Although it makes sense because some of the stuff that the QAnon folks came up with was pretty just downright silly.
Right.
And one of the things that was downright silly was they were talking about secret tunnels under Washington D.C. that they've been digging for decades, and it's how the politicians traffic children through Washington D.C. It's kind of a little nutty and kind of far fetched, kind of science fictiony. But
you're not allowed to ask questions. Barbecue.
Yes, Mr. Barbecue, what's happening?
You're not allowed to give answers sometimes too. Don't we know that?
But yeah, the whole the whole thing that they started calling The Sound of Freedom QAnon adjacent, and I mean, this is a movie that's based on a real story about a real guy who used to work for the Department of Homeland Security, who got tired of nothing being done about children being taken and sold into sex slavery and slavery in general. And he decided to start his own nonprofit organization to fund him going around trying to rescue kids. And yeah, evidently that's a bad thing. Rescuing kids is a bad thing now. And by the way, today the governor of Maine, a Democrat, signed the bill making it law now that it is legal for a woman to have an abortion up until the moment of birth.
Wow. No questions. There are no unknowns and unknown unknowns, and that was an unknown unknown.
That's when that's kind of a cringy thing.
Cringy.
Like,
that is.
If you've been pregnant for 9 months and you can't figure out whether or not you want to have the baby up until the moment that the child's actually going to be born.
I don't even know if I want to talk about this because I'm just like, oh, this is just one of these.
Well, I mean, it's why it's the shit that needs to be said show. We're kicking it off this week with an uncomfortable topic.
And hello to all you lurkers in the back.
Yeah, I mean, that I wanted to start the show off by making everybody's skin crawl a little bit.
Give me a chance. I'll piss you off. Hold on.
Make you all feel make you feel a little creepy. So yeah,
when mainstream media is taking cheap shots at you, you are over the target to tag it.
Yep. Hey, it's good to see you, RC Recreation. Good to see everybody this week. 100 bucks to everybody for just showing up.
RC Enduro,
because that's half the battle. RC Enduro. Come on, that's a cool name. That's the biggest thing we got going.
I tap out of this already. Jesus, you just got here.
Jeez, well,
you don't have to hit the like button, but we do appreciate it.
Yes. Now onto a more a less skin crawlery topic.
I'm here to piss people off, right? Not creep them out.
That's JB's job. JB's job is to piss everybody off.
I don't know. There is something. No. We just need to touch this one more moment because there's something about 9 months of pregnancy and then waiting till the last minute to be like, no, I've changed my mind.
And this is also something that generally when you ask or see abortion activists asked, or people that even support abortion asked, if they support this, most of them say no. So it's kind of interesting that a state passes a law that basically makes it legal to murder a baby, because that's at 9 months, it's a baby.
I've always felt it is my opinion that it is a woman's decision what she wants to do with her body when that happens. However, 9 months, man, that's like, you're really kind of, like you're kind of pushing it, aren't you?
So my religious belief.
Thanks, Uwa, for yelling at us.
Yes, thank you, Uwa. Hey, good to see you, Uwa. My religious belief is that I believe abortion is bad. Period. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be allowed.
Sure,
But
sure. There's a lot of
that's
people. I mean, I get
but
that.
that's my belief and my opinion, and I've said it before. I'm not here to push my beliefs and religious beliefs on other people. So, hey, by all means, if you want abortion to be legal, then let's have the discussion because I'm willing to concede at making it legal to a certain degree. I agree with what Texas did. As soon as there is a measurable or recognizable heartbeat, that's it. You carry it. You can give that child up for adoption. There are tons of people out there who can't have kids that would love to adopt a kid. And if we made the
Yeah,
adoption process
Chinese
not so
Chinese are always looking for more kids. Obviously, you allow rape. No, see, I mean, like I said, that would to me that's a woman's choice. If she wants to carry after something like that, then that's up to her. But I mean, to carry for 9 months, that's something.
and generally it's been the first trimester.
You
So
think,
within the first 3 months, and I'll concede that is that it may not be your religious belief, but you got 3 months to think about it and to come up with your decision. And if that's the decision you come up with, fine. But it's got to be done before that time period because at that point we have to agree that at some point the life actually begins. So heartbeat is a pretty good. It seems like a pretty good place to sort of draw the line there. Though once there's a heartbeat and once you can hear a heartbeat, that's you now have to recognize that is a baby.
The doctor rubs the gel on there, takes the scanner. Hey, there's your Losi Promoto.
Oh, you got any of them Promotos?
Got any of them Promotos? That's where that is. All right. So I don't know what you have. I didn't catch a lot of live shows. I noticed that Tony was gone for some reason on Tony C's show. I didn't catch why he was gone. I saw that Pablo was there, and I got to be honest with you guys. Pablo is so ASMR into that microphone, I can't take it. Dear Lord, please talk a little or enunciate or something, bro. I was out playing with my RC cars and I did this stuff, and then I SMT. I like that monster trucks. Thanks, Pablo. Thanks for.
It's relatively difficult to do a live show. It's relatively difficult for a lot of people to be on camera. One of the trickiest things about being on camera is looking at yourself on camera and basically talking to the camera like you're talking to an actual group of people.
Like, fuck these people. That's
but also, it's just something that is practice, and once you've done it for a while, you become more comfortable.
Are you serious? That is probably the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Everyone see Captain NorCal as a pilot. Yeah, get NorCal. Hey, NorCal's been killing it with YouTube Shorts lately, by the way. And B, like he's got one video showing that he bought some planes, and then like briefly shows him crash, and then in the next video he's like flying around like a Blue Angel pilot.
Right.
So what the hell? What the hell, NorCal?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
naturally gifted pilot. Uh-oh.
Heartbeat starts in week 5 from RC Voodoo. Man, haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, what's happening, Mr. Voodoo? Yes, I mean, science is science. The moment of conception for a baby, it has its own DNA. It is officially its own human being at the moment of conception. At the moment the sperm penetrates the outer shell of the egg, it creates its own unique
dude, I just feel
DNA.
Like I walked into a biology class there. Jesus Christ, man.
But as I said, there's, it's compromise. I believe in compromise. I believe that in order for us to have a society, that everybody has to compromise. It's kind of like I'm getting tired of the pronoun people preaching on TikTok and Twitter and everywhere else, saying that you must use these pronouns to address me. I don't have to use shit. I can call you whatever I want.
So this is I gotta stop here because I've had enough of that crap. But this thing with Outback Jack, is that really real? Is that something is Outback Jack really cussing me out on his show? Because that's just too fucking funny, dude.
I hope so.
I don't really talk a lot about Jack here.
Of course, he gave Rich a pass. See, I'm telling you, NorCal and everybody, I get a free pass for everything. JB takes the brunt of everything that happens on the show, no matter what I say. And yeah, of course, because Sean needs Jack to stick up for him. Sean can't stick up for himself, for crying out loud.
Oh, by the way, I identify as a dinosaur now. I want to throw a roar in after that. Look, man, look.
Hey, man, our fellow YouTubers out there and the people doing live shows.
What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say here? I
mean, nothing. There's nothing to say.
Do I?
Jack, love you. You're a grouchy old fart, but hey, you know what? We pick on Sean. We pick on a lot of people. And if you feel the need to defend Sean, and that's okay. Sean is a belligerent, magically delicious Irishman, and Sean gets exactly what he deserves when he's here, because Sean made the mistake of coming in here and being all belligerent one night. Now he's going to have to pay for that for a while. So. And that goes for anybody else who comes in here all belligerent. You're going to have to pay for that for a while. There's a price to be paid when you come in and mess with the hosts. This isn't the sissies that need to talk show.
This isn't the sissies that I love that. I love where we're going with this.
This is the shit that needs to be said show.
To be honest,
we're a bunch of men hanging out.
I like that. Shit. But the fact that it's just, like you said, I'm an asshole. I get that. I'm an asshole. That's fine. And I like Jack. That's fine. But Jack needs to take like a deep fucking breath, dude.
In all honesty, Jack's needed to take a deep breath for a few years.
Yeah,
he's an angry man. And look, honestly, if I lived in Australia, I'd be pissed right now too. Because Australia is like one notch above Canada at this point. I don't understand how the Canadians elected that Justin Trudeau.
Step out of line and you get smacked. Oh, isn't that like we said? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm talking to you. I mean, I don't know, you guys. I didn't gain anything by leaving Operation 11 Charlie, if that's what the fuck we're talking about here.
Your kids are still in school? Damn.
What time is it?
It's the middle. It's almost the end of July. For crying out loud, our kids been out of school for like a month already.
2 days left. Fuck that, just take them out of school.
They are harsh in the UK with their school schedule.
You like my kids? Nah, I never had kids. That's right. Oh. China bought them.
Wow. So Jack was heated. Well, good. I'm going to have to go and next time he's on a live and I can do it, I'm going to have to go in there and talk some shit.
I really only have one thing. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I only have one thing to say about the whole thing, and it's here you go. It's like, here you go, dude.
Well, I believe in the last show, I said way worse shit about Sean than JB ever has.
What's wrong with Sean? He's it's just that he came in here and decided to threaten me.
Yeah, he came in here, he got all pissy because we don't like Operation 11 Charlie anymore, and they don't like us anymore.
Whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's not like Sean's not
like George Jr.
I didn't do anything.
Man, RC Recreation, I'm going to give you that.
Thanks for joining us in the middle of the show.
Yeah, crying out loud. Sean is actually here before the show we're saying our goodbyes.
You don't remember flying out? You want to fly out to meet me, bro? You were going to come here and kick my butt. Well, you didn't say kick. You didn't. You just said you were going to come see me. That's what you said. Oh, no, it's somewhere in our records because we do keep those threats. So, That's just like Javier coming in here and threatening us. I mean, we did keep that stuff, you guys. We know about that stuff.
But
What do you think?
that was on a different level than this, Sean.
Oh, God.
Had nothing to do with me personally. Yes, we know it had to do with you personally, Sean.
Okay, yes, that's why I keep saying it's about Operation Lemon Charlie and not about you. But you take it, you get that. That's what Sean's problem is. Sean takes it very personally.
Yes.
Have a
And
bowl
it
of Lucky
wasn't-
Charms and take a breath, Sean. You'll be fine.
I told you you go on too early.
Well, that's not
I
my
know we
fault.
go. I know we go on too early and too late. East Coast, we're
Dude, aren't you a boss? Can't you just make your own schedule?
yeah. Sean, you're a big cheese whiz over there. Just tell them, fuck, I gotta go, people. I got shit to do.
Yeah, this is way more important than work. Jesus.
Way more interesting here than putting up skyscrapers. That's for sure.
So I was on EXO. Did you guys notice? Since we're just talking shit on people and you guys love it. EXO Cage had a live scheduled last night at like 10 o'clock last night, and he never came on. I don't know what happened, but I think he misscheduled, to be quite honest with you. But I don't understand. Like I said, a guy who has 6,300 something subscribers. How
Damn, 63,000.
How many times has he gone live? What, he can't schedule a live show? Like
Well, look, hey, I've said it before about Exo Cage that after years of doing videos, it would be nice if you had a different background other than just the wood shelves behind you with a different RC car there. I like that he goes out into the Exoplex every once in a while and shoots some video outside there. But it always sounds like Joe's talking into the microphone like this all the time. You've been doing this way too long for your sound to be that bad. Yes, Sean, we picked on you personally. We picked on you for picking on Brad.
Oh my God, he's still
Sorry.
on this, isn't he? Yeah, you just hold on, hold on to it, bro. Just that way you keep coming and watching my show. That's all I ask.
And yes, technically he could.
I never watched EXO.
Sean, and you should. Wednesdays should be your me day, Sean. Like, hey guys, I gotta go do some me shit.
There's these two assholes talking shit on me. I gotta be there.
I gotta go defend myself because these two freaking Yankee bastards keep talking shit about me.
Jesus.
Speaking of EO age, have you ever seen the show Daredevils? The guy that is named Mr. Danger that could be executed. I have not seen Daredevils. So
No.
I will have to look at that. I don't watch much of Exo Cage's stuff either. Occasionally he has something like a new RC that
I mean, there's a reason he has 63,000 something subscribers. I mean, obviously his content has something, all right? But I just feel like he's droll as fuck. I met him once, and I was just not impressed. I was like, dude, this is...
see that is exactly the something I talked about before with regards to YouTube, which is Earl talked about there are no professionals here,
Right.
But there are a lot of professionals on
are
YouTube.
we saving lives? I'm sorry.
Just made me laugh. All right, I got to take a sip of the dew. Delicious. Are for commercials.
What is that? Why did that, dude? Oh my! The chat right now. You guys are blowing up on me.
The Rasa. I did. I was personally affected by the kid's jet car disintegrating. He honestly was almost in tears, and after putting in that much work to only, I think he broke the record by like 1.7 miles an hour. which he got the record. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records, but I could see how disappointed, because that thing could probably easily do 150 miles an hour. But pretty cool that they do that in the UK with that airstrip, so the guys can do the speed runs there. Are you two not south of the Mason-Dixon line? Be easy on calling yourself Yankees. I believe I am south of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm technically, but I was born and raised in California, so I think that makes me a Yankee. And JB is in Colorado, so I think that makes him a Yankee too.
Come fly out and see me. Dude. Yeah, Mark Santaderia. Oh, what the hell. You guys are so fast with the comments.
Oh.
I caught that one from Voodoo there, and blah blah blah. I don't even know. Where are you at?
Oh, I'm up. I'm right here with everyone. Copy the next person in RC. Do something different. Yes. Say what you want about Joe. He's doing it full time now. He did.
Oh yeah. Well, and I do say what I want to about people on my show. However, the truth of the matter is yeah, obviously he must be doing something right. I mean, come on. Oh, that was the thing. Yeah, have we talked shit about Brad? I'm sure that sooner or later I had opened my mouth about Brad. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I was in Operation 11 Charlie, after I met Brad, after I donated for his first RC car, I tried not to involve myself too much with Brad. He's a good guy, but we all know Brad. Okay.
If you mention, Arctic White in Brad's presence, that me personally, that is, I enjoy Brad's reaction to Arctic White.
We donated him a basher, and I don't mean to, like I said, I don't mean to be, he kind of complained about it, but after meeting Brad, you'd understand why he complained about it. That's just Brad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Voodoo, the bike, the low C motorcycle, it looks great. I would love to be able to go, oh, look, mine's right there on the bench because I pre-ordered one on the second day.
No, your low C's in the second trimester.
I'm going to say it like it is. Horizon and low C. I don't know what jackass at Horizon decided that after releasing what was possibly the most hyped RC vehicle in the last 3 or 4 years, decided 2 weeks later that they're going to upgrade their system and royally screw everything up. Whoever that guy is at Horizon that said, yes, we should move forward with that and we should do it at this point in time. I would think that everybody that pre-ordered one of those low-C bikes should be able to meet him out in the parking lot and throw poo at him for at least an hour.
That's better than what I was going to do.
Large wads of poo. I don't want him to be hurt. I just want him to be stinky for a long time. Maybe get some in his mouth.
Poo. Who's like me? Brad's like me? He might be like me. I don't know. Who are you comparing me to? I'm sorry. It might actually. You don't have to, kid. You can actually say what you.
So wait.
Okay, so now you see why I got pissed for the Brad. No, I mean, yeah, I see why you got mad, but it wasn't to point you out. You need to just get over that part. Whatever, dude. I'm gonna move on with this. I got a lot of other show to get to.
It was it wasn't really the point that you made fun of Brad. It was the fact that just a week before that, we had gotten lectured by your compatriots over 11 Charlie for making fun of somebody with cognitive disabilities.
Now, that person with cognitive disabilities actually happened to be Javier. So
in disguise as Baba Yaga.
Can we just stop digging down this rabbit hole altogether? I mean, come on, man.
So that was the only point. I'm going to outfocus. That was the only point that JB was making that night, Sean. It wasn't really a direct dig at you. I know that you took it personally. I personally apologize that you take it personally, but it's all in good fun. We are going to make.
It's like I said, if somebody questions the truth, that's the problem. See, if somebody questions the status quo or society, then this is the shit that happens. Everybody, oh my God, no, we're doing a good thing over here. God forbid you should actually question us. Whatever, man. It's just whatever, dude. I got 80 views on my last show. What are you worried about?
And makes a very very valid point about a huge crawler event 5 miles from him, but he refuses to go because the elitist pricks with their best car, like everyone there, look down their nose at his random custom build, which, by the way, pretty freaking awesome what has done with the 8x8.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's cool.
It's a great car, and I agree. It's personally why I'm not really that interested in attending events for that.
I don't think Rich and I will probably go to events for quite a while.
Yeah, kind of lost interest in it. Can't we all just get along? That's right, barbecue.
If I moved on though, then you wouldn't be here to cause the drama. You don't get it. See, I'm just, dude.
Okay. We can't pick up Sean's sarcasm in the chat, which is true. It's a problem with texting and all of that nowadays. We can't pick up the sarcasm. So when you're being sarcastic, Sean, you have to put an asterisk with sarcastic in there so that we know you're being sarcastic. Now, can we all go back to being magically delicious? Crying out loud.
I just need some milk.
Sean, we love you.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, don't go away. I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Hey, honestly, I've said before, Sean, there are still people at Operation 11 Charlie that I consider to be my friend. You being one of them, because, hey, you know what? For the most part, Sean shoots from the hip, and he lets you know how he feels. And that kind of blunt honesty is probably what the world needs more of.
Even if he doesn't insert the sarcasm, I mean, it's fine.
Even if we don't know that you're being sarcastic. Even when we know you're being sarcastic, we're still going to make fun.
I wanted to talk about that. My builds are random and fun. Cost fuck all. Oh, I see. Okay.
Pounds. Aye.
Sarcasm is your number.
I'll start using quotations.
You guys are the best. Yes. All right. Now,
hands down, the best chat in any RC live show out there.
Never gets
hands down. I've seen other shows. I've seen other people.
Never gets this wild. It never gets this wild.
Most of the time, it's people patting each other on the back. You're so cool. You're so awesome. You're so great. You're doing such a great job. Thank you very much. Blah, blah, blah. I want people to get pissed off. I want people to come in here pissed off about something and go, damn it, Rich, JB, this pisses me off.
Fuck, Dad says if we don't calm down, he's going to take the crayons. We're fucked up.
Hey, ooh-ah, shouting out ooh-ah. Anybody who hasn't subscribed to his channel, you need to get over there and subscribe to it because ooh-ah's doing some custom shit over there.
What the fuck do I look like Nightbot in Frank's chat right now? Help me out. What the
Now, ooh-ah, if you got a PayPal,
you can donate to that $5 million fund we've started.
Which, hey, Propaganda kicked it off last week with a $5 super chat. We're only $4,999,995 away from official YouTube retirement. By the way, that promotion is still going on. For $4,999,995, you could personally sponsor this show. You will be the one and only number one sponsor of this show for the remainder of this show's existence. Just for the low price of $5 million. It's nothing. It's a drop in the it's pocket change.
I mean, as much as Uwa is saving on building himself an 8x8, he should be able to handle that easily.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I meant to start talking about it, and I got sidetracked. Last week, the biggest payday in sprint car racing history, the Eldora Million, won by Logan Schuchart. Underfunded team, one of the young guys, kind of an owner operator deal, managed to pull off that. Managed to get $1,075,000. I think they took home for that team, which is probably enough to fund that team for probably the next season, which is pretty fantastic.
Dad says after taxes, like what, 8.4%, like $8.04 or so.
I think we would end up with at least $56.
RCK Cod with the tip of the day. I'm going to give him 1,000 points for the tip of the day.
My live YouTube, you won't. YouTube won't even monetize them. You know, I have had go rounds with YouTube and monetization for this show, Sean, and typically.
Apparently, I took a page right out of your book, and I cussed a little too much.
I will force them to do a human review of it. And 9 times out of 10, they actually come back and fully monetize it. There are still a couple of shows here that are limited monetization. Now, see, Earl, if you win the Powerball tonight, bam, that's what I'm talking about. The shit that needs to be said show brought to you by Earl Moorhead.
No, Voodoo's saying the drawing was yesterday. Like, look how we keep up with recent events.
Yeah, oops. Yep. So kudos to whoever won the Powerball, if anybody won the Powerball. I don't even know how much is in it because I can't bring myself to buy lottery tickets anymore.
Ed Barbecue's calling him wrong. This is where the drama starts. I love it. Okay, now I want to see a good, clean round of keyboard tough guy.
Shit. Oh, wait, drawing's Wednesday, right? So we're on at the same time as the Powerball drawings. No wonder we only get like 80-something views on the show. We're trying to compete against the freaking Powerball. Crap. I have to reschedule the show. Hey, how about Eli Tomac announcing that he's going to return for 2 more Supercross seasons? And that means that we are going to get to see Eli Tomac, Jet Lawrence, and Chase Sexton next year racing for a Supercross title, which is going to be awesome. Because as of right now, Jet Lawrence is on pace. So far, he has had the perfect outdoor motocross season. He has won every single moto. There has only been 2 people in history that have ever had perfect seasons in outdoor motocross. One being the GOAT, Ricky Carmichael, and the second being probably the fastest motocross rider ever, which is James Stewart. And they both did it twice. Jet Lawrence, however, is only like freaking 9 years old. So crazy.
The real Tony Clifton.
Wait, the real Tony Clifton?
Damn, Tony. Damn.
Hey.
That's
so
right.
Much for the G rating of this show.
I gotta go take a shower again after the show.
And now, after every time we make some kind of significant point, we're gonna have to follow it up with all over her face. At least if I want it in Chicago, I could pretend like it wasn't me saying "fuck you," I'm in New York.
Oh well, Mom stopped watching. There goes another viewer.
The real Tony Clifton came in here and cleared out the room. Yeah, I'm in New York. The real Tony Clifton splat.
These guys.
Sean's
all right.
Pick up MAGA millions as well as that. What is the Powerball at? Are we in the hundreds of millions?
I have to Google it right now.
Are we in the hundreds of millions of dollars right now?
I didn't know I was getting quizzed on the Powerball. But I thought we were here just to talk shit.
Powerball, July 17th, 2023.
That's not all. Tony.
Next drawing is tonight, and the estimated jackpot is $1 billion.
Wow.
With a B. Damn. Man, maybe I should have bought a ticket. Can't win if you don't play.
Get a hold of Elon Musk and fly to the moon.
Yeah. I don't know. I could probably find a few ways, a few things to do with $1 billion. I might fund my own presidential campaign.
Either that or Arma finally figured out where you live, Earl. One or the other.
Propaganda rig. Never waste my heart and dollar. Yeah. I stopped playing lottery a long time ago because, number one, especially the California State Lottery, the whole reason why they started the California State Lottery was because they said, we're going to get all this extra money and we're going to give that money to the schools. Right. Never happened. Never happened. That money went somewhere, but it didn't go to any schools. That's for sure. Wait. 1,000 points to barbecue. I'll double down on that. Another 1,000 points and 1,000 points to recreation for handing out 1,000 points.
Wow. The points are flying out the door. Jesus.
Wait.
You got anything else on your list?
He lives in Cali. Yeah, I believe propaganda is still in California. I'm pretty sure he moved. He just moved out away from city life.
No.
From what I gather from the videos,
no.
Propaganda's got him some land.
That's an RC propaganda. No.
So barbecue, those points will be redeemable on the Shit That Needs to Be Show website, which will be created shortly after the $5 million sponsorship.
Yeah.
So, and it'll be kind of like Horizon. For every 18 million points, you will earn $1.
Sounds about right. I think we did the math on that. Yeah.
Towards merchandise.
I did mention I can't do math. Right? Later, guys. Pizza's here. Fine. Go get your sausage pizza.
What kind of pizza did you get, Voodoo? Tell me you didn't get pineapple on it. Because that's an affront to humanity.
I order Hawaiian pizza, but no pineapple. That's how we do that. It's got to be Hawaiian, but with no pineapple.
Yeah, because I actually know a Hawaiian who said that nobody in Hawaii puts pineapple on their pizza. They think that it's disgusting because it's a fruit and it doesn't belong on pizza.
I got a comment from the studio back here that says it's true.
And it's such a hot topic to debate. Voodoo likes sardines on his pizza. Hey, you know what? That is
the experience.
I was going to say that is a sign of true manliness right there. If you can eat sardines on your pizza, then that's hands down right there.
Well, if Voodoo,
irrefutable proof.
I mean, is there anybody here who still gets angry with me then?
That's like barbecue chicken.
Everybody left.
No chicken.
Yeah, just the barbecue, please.
Well, yeah. I don't. To me, there's two kinds of pizza. Two. There's New York style, and there's Chicago style. Now, some people would say there's a third. It's Detroit style, but I say bullshit. Detroit is just a ripoff of New York style. And there's no self-respecting Chicagoan or New Yorker that will allow pineapple on their pie. And that is also setting aside that, the pizza was created in Italy, but Italian pizzas are stupid. They may have invented it, but their pizzas are crap.
So my Horizon bucks are valuable as shit that needs to be. No, unfortunately, Horizon probably hates us.
Yeah. Barbecue, you like snake.
We'll put in an email for you and try to get that transferred over, but don't hold your breath.
It's going to be like trying to convert Arma points into Traxxas points. Now, see, Sean, that makes perfect freaking sense that Hawaiian pizza was created by a daggum Canadian.
God, I knew we were going to talk about Frank sooner or later.
Well, we got another Canadian in here. That's Recreation, Detroit style. So what, like empty pizza? Yeah, it's bankrupt pizza. You order a pizza, they just deliver you a box, bullet holes in it.
So there's shell casings in here.
maybe a finger or a toe.
I'm lucky I got the whole toe. Do they have pineapple in Canada? They have to import it, I'm sure.
I don't.
That's why everything takes so long through Canadian customs, is because all the pineapple.
There aren't very many places that you can grow pineapple.
Yes, I'm speculating and insinuating at this moment, since I obviously need to say that to people.
I'm fairly certain that they gotta import their pineapples in Canada. Eh?
You know what I'm gonna tell you what it's about. All right.
These South Park characters, Terrence and Phillip. Canadian bacon.
Sean, that bird is so brutal. All right, cunts, I'm out. Jesus. Tell me you don't say that in front of your wife. Tell me, hey.
I bet you he does.
I don't. I couldn't get away with it. There's no way. My wife would turn around and be like, bitch slap me.
Yep, we did that. See, Recreation, they knew. And he knows. Canadians, they know they did it. Thank you, Sean. Take care. And yeah, I've actually talked to my wife that like Great Britain, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Isle of Man, whatnot. Cussing is part of culture there.
Term of endearment, he says.
Yeah, cuss words there are, it's like using and the.
It means he tolerates me.
JB, blink 3 times if you're in trouble. Oh man, I got this. I'm still dealing with having left a package of Fig Newton, an open package of Fig Newton.
Serious?
A week ago.
Throw that away?
I still have. I threw it away. I emptied everything. I actually hosed my whole area down. I have my night bug catchy thing, and I still got them little bastards flying around here. And my bug catcher thing, it's just like vacuum with a little light on the top of it, and it sucks them into it. The bottom of that thing is just absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh, I love Fig Newtons. Yeah. And Rich, your boy Talbot's moving to the Isle of Man. And what's that about? I saw something about that. Why is
65% of his income goes to paying
Oh, that's
taxes.
right. Yeah, we talked about that on the last show.
He's tired of giving his money to them scumbag politicians. Well, speaking of scumbag politicians, the Secret Service pretty much just decided that the whole cocaine in the White House thing wasn't that big of a deal, and they destroyed the cocaine bag and any possible evidence there, and they've deemed that hey, we don't know who brought it into the White House. We don't know whose cocaine it was. Whatever. And it's not only that they found drugs in the White House twice before this. Now it's the third time they found shit there. Old Joe's freaking doing lines with his son in the freaking White House. They also said they found marijuana.
We the people, snort lines in the thing,
Yeah, that's why Joe Biden can't complete a sentence. Guy's freaking snorting coke and smoking weed all the time. He's out of his mind. He's not senile. He's coked up.
With all that pizza running around, I wonder how much Parmesan I snorted out of the floor in my youth. Like,
only real men can eat Canadian pea meal bacon. I'll see your pea meal bacon and raise you fatback. Go ahead and do a little search on that one in recreation. Fatback is probably the worst possible thing you could put in your body next to like a hot dog or a slice of bologna. I didn't know fatback existed until like 2 years ago when I tried it the first time. And it is delicious, but there's a reason why it's called fatback.
I'm going to tell you right now, without drugs, I can't put up with you people. So, I mean,
yeah, Earl, yikes. Everything that Joe Biden has done since becoming president pretty much appears to have failed in one form or another. Guy can't even walk upstairs. Hell, he can't even walk across the stage, let alone stairs. But the
number one,
the kids sniffing thing is just downright creepy, though. How many more videos need to be posted of it? You smell delicious, Joe. And by the way, it's been 4 years since Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, tried, convicted, and sentenced, and for a crime of selling children into slavery to evidently no one, because nobody has ever been arrested. None of his customers have ever been arrested, right, let alone announced. So there's another head scratcher. Hey, what else? Oh, hey, Mark Santa Diarrhea. He got the new Baja Ray 2.0 from Losi. And
you told me about this.
He was so pleased with himself that Losi and Horizon aren't mad at him anymore. And I see that somebody posted that he actually got one of the motorcycles, which makes me want to punch myself in the face right now because, like I said, I still don't have one. Losi, Horizon, they won't even respond to emails or complaints. You can't get them on the phone.
Well, and let's talk about this for just a second, because you're in some of the groups, right? And you've run into like one of the persons. We don't have to name this person if you don't want to, but I mean, I know you know somebody from Losi over there. I know that through one of the Facebook groups. I know you know this guy, and you asked him what?
I asked him if he could give us some hopium, a shred of light in the Promoto tunnel. And he said, the release that Losi put out last week is the best information that we can give you right now. That was it. That was insider info from Losi guy, which I know he works for Losi. Positive, absolute positive that he works for Losi.
These guys. Sorry.
Many people kind of.
I got a good story about that I want to get to. That'll be funny.
Hey, now I'll tell you something, Recreation. West Coast people in America are skinny. California folks are healthy. I can't speak for Oregon or Washington because the Pacific Northeast is kind of funky. But California people, for the most part, quite healthy. Probably the healthiest in America. Now, if your dad thinks those people are fat, I'll tell you what. Tell him to take a drive through Tennessee.
I just remember, like it was a very busy time of year, and I don't remember why, but we were on horses in downtown Hill City, South Dakota. And I mean, horses. I mean, come on, man, horses are right outside of town if you know Hill City. But
I had no idea you were born in 1865.
That's right. The only building that had indoor plumbing was the city hall. But I digress. What I'm trying to say is we were riding on horses, and this little kid looks up and says, "Look, Mom, horses." And I pointed down and I was like, "Hey, look, man, tourists."
And asked to see the private video Horizon put out to them via email. I watched it and it wasn't good.
What's this?
Oh, jeez. I can tell you, I knew when, because I even said it after this gentleman posted that it's bad when Losi won't even let you speak about what's going on.
Been there.
I know that.
Don't talk, don't tell. Don't say anything.
That's the same, my dad. I know that Horizon put something else out today on their Facebook page. I praised Horizon and Losi. Well, I praised Horizon for bankrolling Losi, being able to invest the money and the time to make the motorcycle. But Horizon as a whole has pretty regularly effed up the RC portion of their companies, which is every single company they own.
Well, everybody wishes they could say something, Earl.
Yeah, I
got lots of secrets I'd love to tell you.
I have resigned that I know the gentleman from Losi in another group made another post where he referenced end of the month-ish best case scenario. That to me means Horizon's got some catastrophic problems, and I'm venturing to say that there's probably a whole bunch of shit that they lost.
But there's a private YouTube video out there. Yeah, well, that, like I said, that doesn't surprise me.
The following items have been shared with you. Why? Million Supercell. Why would you share that with me? I don't care. People sending me random information. There is a private YouTube video out there. I would venture to say that there's going to be a hobby shop that's going to throw that out at some point. Because I've seen a bunch of people now talking about it as, look, just be honest. If you guys can't get your shit together and you're not going to be able to ship these things out until Christmas, just tell people right now. Tell me right now. I'm not going to cancel my order because I want one. And if I can't get it till Christmas, I can't get it till Christmas.
Message redacted. Only I redact messages here. You take that back. You put that message right back where you found it.
Barbecue. They may be. The Ukrainians are getting all of our tax money. They may be shipping.
Are they going to throw them at the Russians? Is that what's going to happen?
they're gonna strap little bombs
Did
to
you
them.
see? Did you see the video where the guy jumps it and it hits the fender of the car, and it totally like dents in the fender of the car? I'm like, yeah, that would be perfect. That's a perfect weapon for you, right? Just here, chuck it, or even just drive it into him. Jump it out.
Just put some blades sticking out the side of it. Sure. It was supposed to be so the hobby shop could explain something to their customers, so I didn't believe everything in their video. Yeah, I think
there is Earl. That man, I'm sure that Earl is one of the few people who might actually. There is a real dark side of the RC world that they just don't fucking talk about. Yeah, we're gonna give you a video on how to explain shit because, well, we didn't want to do that. So,
well, and I have done very good authority from a hobby shop owner. How much hobby shops buy things for, what the markup is on stuff, and there's a reason why hobby shops will push some stuff more than others, and that's because some of the markups are pretty substantial. Now, not to say that it's substantial enough to keep you in business, with the overall RC hobby kind of taking a hit right now, but yeah, there's a reason why they push kits a lot of time. There was a skinny population break in Salt Lake City, but when you want to get married 5 times, I guess you should probably do something. Recreation's still on about Americans being fat.
Dude, all right. I'm just in my second trimester. You need to knock it off. It's just my food baby.
I will say that I have been I've traveled quite a bit here in the United States, and I've managed to be able to see quite a few different places here, see the different people and whatnot, and I actually am I am generally impressed with how well most Americans actually take care of themselves. I know we have a lot of fat people, and I know per capita we have the most fat people than anywhere else on the planet. But we also have places like Walmart, and Costco and Sam's Club. You can go into a Costco and buy a pallet of mayonnaise. I don't know why anybody would need a pallet of mayonnaise, but you can buy one. And I think that contributes to some people's trouble with gluttony.
Excess.
Hey, you know what? I can buy 47 barrels of cheesy poofs for $2.69.
But I got to do them before they all go bad. See, that's the problem.
Well, yeah, and you can't. I mean, you spend good money on them things. You can't let food go to waste.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They need to do the Bachelor Salt Lake City. Everyone gets a rose. And Utah is not actually the only state that allows polygamy.
It was moving so fast. I got to go back real quick. RC Cape Cod they peddle shit kits. Shit kits. Who makes the shit kits? I want to know what specific shit kit, if you'll name one, or if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it.
But see, Cape Cod's also fat, and he loves fat girls.
I'm not. It just ruined it for me when I found out that Freddie Mercury was gay. That's the problem. I mean, Fat Bottom Girls was fine, but then it's like, dude, how could you write a song like? Anyways, whatever. I digress.
Well, it goes to show you that a lot of things in entertainment, film, television, music, are covers, and things are not real. I mean, there are a lot of people that didn't know Elton John was gay for a long time. And
well, Earl Moorhead said that video felt a little dark yesterday. This drop. And this drop was crazy and different than I've ever seen. You know, like I said, man, I know that after dealing with how many sponsors and companies, that, yeah, I mean, some people in money. Oh boy.
I personally believe that they need to do away with tax exempt anything.
So you know that song's about motorcycles, right?
Which song?
I mean,
Fat Bottom Girls?
Bottom Girls. I thought it was about him learning to make love from a woman. I mean, what the hell do I know?
I don't know. I don't know that much about Queen's music history and lyrics. I know We Are the Champions and what is that? Bohemian Rhapsody. That's about all the Queen that I can
Dude,
remember.
what is with all the, like I said, man? It's all the side
propaganda. 100% flat tax. You get a flat tax on everything, and you have an annual income flat tax from the federal government, not from your states. States should not be taxing anybody anything. It's bordering on unconstitutional, but states should be making all of their income via sales taxes, property taxes, things like that. And then
it won't be my college tuition you're paying off. I never went.
I personally think that one's going to get tossed to Bubba Q. I think the Supreme Court already made their decision that Joe Biden can't just tell people they don't have to pay their student loans, because you're literally just telling people they don't have to pay off federally subsidized loans to private companies. So that means that Joe Biden is literally just telling everybody that he's going to hand money over to these companies, which Joe Biden doesn't have the authorization to do that. And the freaking Supreme Court already told him that. But
Nitro Freak stopping in to say hello.
What's happening, Nitro Freak? Good to see you, man. Hey, by the way,
I had no idea if that's really what that song's about. I had no idea. Them riding around on their motorcycles. It makes sense. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Has anybody seen?
Really good to see me. Come on now, be honest.
Has anybody seen? It's hybrid 287543999 Dimitri.
Not for a long time, man.
He's the guy that had to beef with Kevin Talbot for a while, and Kevin pretty much squashed it. That guy made a video about the Losi Promoto MX. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Because he didn't actually get one.
Oh, okay.
And supplemented it with a bagel. And then he's got some like weird Russian music video playing where he's like popping in and out. It's absolute nonsense, but it's freaking hilarious.
The bagel video.
Yeah.
See, Earl knows.
He's walking around doing this the whole time. Let's go get the Promoto. I'm gonna drive there.
Jesus,
I don't know why it's funny. It's freaking hilarious.
Oh man, who jacked you up on coke, son?
Just because it's absolutely. It's just bizarre, but it's funny. It is just funny, and I have tried to find the music video that he's jumping in and out of.
I wish I could remember how I know. Like, it was from a long time ago, and I mean, like, and I don't the Steve O.D. days, like way back when, and that was the last time I saw that guy. I haven't seen Hybrid forever.
Yeah, it's. Hey, Reeves has got a new Raw 500.
Do we have to talk about this? Why is
Yes,
it gold?
we do.
What?
Because it's hilarious how ridiculous this is. Now, I get that Sharif is a shrewd businessman and all, but
we want to be careful because Sharif does have money to.
We're brass plating a Raw 500 and polishing it now. And I haven't seen how much it's going to cost, but I'm willing to bet that it's going to be significantly more expensive than the regular Raw 500 version.
But is it for some reason? Do they have some don't tell me that they're doing it for some kind of.
I have no idea if there's a purpose behind it other than he had like a real.
Because I thought that's the reason why they made the special ones. Like the first one was the ASD, and there's another one I can't remember, and then there's the favorite one that we both love.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, come on, Reeves, a brass servo. Why a polished brass servo? Even Harley made fun of it in the Scale News update. He's like, I know that there's hundreds of people out there that are already saying I've got to have this in my next build. There was a term that the mechanics at Santa Barbara Harley used to use all the time.
Really?
When it came to the guys that completely chromed their bikes out, and they would call them chromos. And I've also heard a similar term to people that throw like tons and tons of brass in their RC cars called brass holes. And I think Sharif is just outright, hey, look, if people can give themselves pronouns of they them, then I might as well contribute to the brass hole problem, and shit, let's just make a brass freaking servo.
I mean, you can say, man, it is my opinion that Sharif is a brass hole. Yes.
Sharif, if he's not a brass hole himself, he is contributing to the brass holery in the RC community, and that's just wrong. Shame on you.
He's so close to that Claxton guy. It's no wonder.
Which I guess Luke Claxton is a menace. I was at Proline by the Fire with him, and the man's he's a menace. He's literally a menace. Like, he's dangerous to be around.
Yeah.
Especially if Sharif lets him drive around in the side-by-side.
Oh, yeah. No, don't take a ride with him. No, you
don't. Anybody that knows Luke, you can tell him I said that. You're a menace. You're a menace to the RC community.
Oh, he's always been nice to me. I'm sorry.
He was very nice when I was chatting with him.
Let me put it to you this way. I guess Luke Claxton and Sharif taught me a very valuable lesson in
how to be a
making money. In making money.
I can teach everybody a very valuable lesson in making money right now. Just make something silly and put a rainbow on it, and you can sell it for just about anything right now. Mostly, you're going to want to primarily focus on San Francisco and Portland, Oregon, and you'll make a mint because they like that kind of stuff there.
There's nothing else there. It's just people holding rainbow-style items.
Yes. Hey, I have this rainbow pencil. I'll sell it to you for $9.99. Go Pride. Bingo. They'll throw a parade for you. To make money is easy. Be real and honest, and you'll be okay. Oh no, barbecue the Reach rainbow.
Oh my, you said it
here. the The
Dude,
Reeves
okay.
Woke 500.
This is how it is right now. If they actually make a rainbow servo, I'm buying one just so I can run to barbecue and stick it where the sun don't shine. Son of a... Did you really do that right here?
And on the website, I would challenge Sharif to just say, you all can blame this on barbecue. It's his fault.
It's his fault.
I agree, Earl. Yeah, it is being honest. I know as a small business owner, I'm honest with my customers, and that's, I'm not in a retail type situation, but yeah, honesty with your customers is always the best way to ensure that you will continue to do business.
Want to double your money? Fold it over and put it back in your pocket. Tips from Dad.
There was a gentleman that got sued in the 80s for writing a book, and he actually did an infomercial, one of the late night infomercials that was millionaires' secrets on how to make and save money. And he got the book published. He got the whole book, and the book was one page. And when you open it up, it said, "Don't spend money on stupid shit like this." And he actually got sued by a bunch of people for selling that book, I believe, for $19.95 a copy. And he ended up getting sued.
Don't buy it, Traxxas. At least not outright. You should buy a roller. That's my.
I would say there are some Traxxases that are worth the investment, but yeah.
I've made it a point that if people complain, give them their money back and never. Yeah, it's just I don't know how to put it to you, man. It's just whatever.
Some people you're never gonna make happy. You should realize I have like this super shine because I
guess
forgot.
I'm just jaded when people say that they're doing good things and tell you that they're doing good things, and really they're buying themselves new trucks and having their house remodeled and shit like that, man. So it's like, hey, look, what are you taking money for, huh?
Yeah, that's, like I said, the best thing that we could do is to get rid of tax-exempt nonprofit anything and everything. Everybody pays taxes. I mean, then there's no, if you have a charity that you're doing things with, nobody can complain about what you spend your money that gets donated to you because you're paying taxes on it. You're not, using a bunch of loopholes and shit in order to get out of paying taxes or to be able to funnel money around. BLM, hey, I'm going to buy this $1.4 million mansion over here in Malibu. Then I'm going to sell it back to the organization for $4 million because the organization needs a mansion in Malibu.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. So use the money to buy the house.
Do I have a problem with somebody making money? Absolutely not. I can, like ExoCage and him living off YouTube. That's I get where he's coming from. Straight up, it's obvious, dude. And I know he's somewhat of a shyster himself, but man, at least he doesn't really hide the fact that he's trying to save lives over there or something. Like, I mean, fuck, man.
I applaud entrepreneurial ingenuity. I applaud capitalism. I love capitalism. I personally think that the private sector is what makes everything better. And I applaud people making money. I have a problem with people using the 501c3 system because this is political action committees, super PACs, nonprofit charity organizations. They all fall under the umbrella of 501c3, which has a lot of allowances that you can use for things that are just silly. You know, there's a very well-known nonprofit organization out there that its CEO makes $385,000 a year. This is a privately funded, tax-exempt 501c3 organization that's helping people. But for crying out loud, you're paying your CEO $385,000 a year. That's excessive, and that is not a proper use of the tax-exempt system. It just isn't. And that guy pays income taxes on all of that and whatnot. But the thing is that tax-exempt charity gets to use that as an expense. That's literally an expense for them, which they get that money back. So if you paid him $14 million a year, you would still, it's a silly, stupid system. And it is a way for people to make money while trying to do something good, while trying to scam the system. Anytime there is a system in place, human being nature is to try and screw the system. Every way you turn, there's always somebody trying to buck the system.
Which is
Losi Pro Moto has a pre-order. There are people out there ordering 13 of them.
Hold on, I want to drop our PayPal right now so we can screw the system. You guys need to pay up.
Oh, hey, by the way, I didn't even get to my asshole of the week. My asshole of the week this week is Mark Santa Maria.
Mark Santa Maria. Was he last?
He gets asshole of the week.
No, it was Blaze. That's right.
Blaze Long was the asshole last week. Mark Santa Maria is the asshole this week because he was so proud of himself and he was so excited that Losi wasn't mad at him and he got the new Baja Ray 2.0. He just had to make a video about it. He was so
I know it was very close between him and NorCal when we were talking about it. So
fucking, and this guy that's got 180 something thousand subscribers. I mean, honestly, I unsubscribed from his channel a while ago because I just can't stand watching him anymore.
Oh yeah, there's definitely
pop up for tax exemptions that have no religious beliefs. Yeah, I mean, look, you're talking about decades of the Bible Network.
That's what kind of killed it for me is going over to the preacher's house and noticing that he's got a brand new carpet coming in or or a brand new Mercedes sitting out. Like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, the fact that the Roman Catholic Church, the official Roman Catholic Church, up until I think it was like 2016, was still the largest landowner in the world. What the hell you need that much land for? I mean, it was like, it's not just because they got churches all over the place. They own like an industrial park in New York. Why? What does the church need an industrial? The system allows it. It's fair and just. That's up to you. Now, see, propaganda, I think the problem is the system isn't fair and just anymore. And I think that's partly what we're seeing is that people have learned. I mean, Donald Trump said it in his first debate with Hillary Clinton, that you accuse me of cheating on taxes and I do everything by the book. But if you really wanted to change things, you've been there for a long time. If you really wanted to change it, you would have.
Oh, well,
you would have fixed all the loopholes, but you can't because all of your donors out there are using the same loopholes that I am. Well, and it was 100% truth.
I mean, if we're talking like waging a war on making money, yes, I agree with you, propaganda. I guess there are no rules to the war that is waged in making money. It just kind of disgusts me that these people are considered heroes or influencers after what the fuck they did. I mean, pardon my French, but damn, dude.
I mean, there's making money. There are people out there who are making an honest dollar. I don't fault Jeff Bezos for being super, super wealthy for creating Amazon. Hey, dude, You did something nobody else done before. Or the Walton family for creating Walmarts. Yeah, I got no problem with you. I got no problem with Elon Musk.
I know
Elon Musk.
I know Sam Walton was the devil. I mean that guy had it. He had it figured out. But I still go into Walmart and buy myself a pair of shorts if I fucking need them. That's all there is to it.
But my problem is with people that, for instance, the televangelists who were on television for years and years and years. How many of them got busted for tax evasion? For having extramarital affairs and God knows what else that these guys got busted for. And these are supposed to, the guys that are out there preaching on Sunday morning, they're supposed to be the best of the best, and it's not supposed to be about the money. But they're in there. They were there taking millions and millions of dollars and living in, they had multiple mansions, and they weren't paying any taxes on it. They knew exactly what they were doing. Now the system allows it, but the system and the laws that were written by people who aren't exactly interested in a just system. They're interested in what makes them wealthy and what keeps them in power. I think we're seeing a very good example of people wrangling with trying to keep their power right now.
However, I agree with, like I said, I understand life's not fair. Life is not fair. There's nothing that says this world owes me fucking shit, bro. So, if these people decide that they found a way to fucking make an extra 50 grand off the back of a non-profit organization, and that's what they want to do, then I can't stop them. No,
can't stop them. But we don't. I
don't have to agree with it, though. I don't have to agree.
Well, but can you also look at it from the perspective of, if everybody is out screwing the system, then the degradation of society itself becomes about screwing everything all the time. And if you look, things aren't exactly going all that great right now. We have, right now, in the history of mankind, we have more wealth than in any point in history. There's more money on the planet Earth right now. You know what else we have more of than any other thing on the planet in the history of mankind? We have more homeless people. We have more slaves than any point in history. We have more children abductions. We have more murderers. We have more sex crimes. We have more adultery. We have more divorce. We have the least amount of belief in any kind of religion at any point in recent history. Do the things coincide with one another? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But the degradation of society has been proven time and time again to be tied to greed. And right now, we are seeing the most greed that there has ever been in the history of mankind. Elon Musk has more money than every other person on the planet, with the exception of 3 other people combined.
Well, who knows? I don't know everything he did to make that money. Who knows?
Now, I give credit to Elon Musk because I think that Elon Musk is quite a generous person, and I believe that he's done some things that he thinks is for the betterment of society.
We're getting fact checked. Hold on.
It is true propaganda. I believe the 4 richest people on the planet are worth more than everyone else.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that you know about. I suppose I might even agree right there, like that you've heard about.
Okay, you got me with propaganda. That is true. There are wealthy people out there that do not that their wealth is not shared. Elon is a very public person. I still, you don't hear about the Sultan of Brunei anymore. And I know the Sultan of Brunei was the richest man in the world. Him and Bill Gates were battling out for a long time.
How can you prove that? I can't. Jesus. Everyone in here is closer to being a millionaire than Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. I believe I believe it's Fortune 500 actually does um, a wealth chart of the top 100 people every year, and I think it's based on their it's based on what they're worth on paper.
Are you trying
So
to tell us you're like Bruce Wayne propaganda? You're up there, but you're incognito
RC propaganda slash Batman.
slash slash superhero. Yeah,
Queen of well, the former Queen of England, I believe her net worth was actually uh, like just a hair over $1 billion. The royal family is wealthy, but they're not Elon Musk wealthy. They're not Catholic. I mean, the Catholic Church is one that doesn't share how much it's actually worth, and I would say they're probably right up there with Elon and Amazon. That is true propaganda. There is a lot of shit we don't know about. I
it's
once
a known unknown.
I once heard it from a very very high level government politician that said that every single president in modern history has gone through and made all kinds of campaign promises and talked about all kinds of said all the things. The minute that they step foot in the Oval Office for the first time as president of the United States, everything changes. They instantly learn and are made aware of things that nobody else knows.
Did you guys hear the dog run through the studio here? Did you,
I heard it.
did anybody? Jesus.
I didn't know you had a dog.
There's a leash law here in the studio. I don't understand. That's a little nuts. Anyways. Was it Earl? If you stop buying 2 of everything, you'd be all right, bro. You probably would.
I'm right there with you, Earl. It's the brokest 100. I have more debt than I'm worth.
My paycheck is a bill. Shit, I barely afford to pay attention alone.
Most of the time I don't. I have to put it on a credit card.
That's right. Shit.
What else did I have on the list here? We talked about that. Oh, the Diesel Brothers. We
wanted to bring this back up.
And I actually did do some homework on the Diesel Brothers, which I did not know because I personally have never watched the Diesel Brothers ever. But I have watched Heavy D. Sparks, and I didn't know that he was one of the Diesel Brothers. But the Diesel Brothers did get busted, and they got fined by the EPA $800,000 for selling non-EPA approved modifications and illegal modifications.
But that had
to diesels.
Nothing to do with the raffle scams.
So
right?
The raffle scams is very cloudy. It's kind of like Logan Paul at this point. I'm sure that
it could probably be, but probably is not. Like
there are a shit ton of people out there that are scamming on raffles. Shit tons of them.
True.
And anytime that you hear anybody refer to a raffle as a waffle, they are specifically trying to skirt some very pointed laws about money and things like that. Yeah. Now the scam thing and the raffles, yeah, it's very cloudy. Like I said,
I wanted to say like because I know we talked a little trash. on the last show, and I guess my dad is a Diesel Brothers fan, and I did not know. So my dad informed me of a few things which I was unaware of, and then, like I said, I talked to you. We both did some research. It turns out these guys aren't necessarily horrible people, but they do have the opportunity to have
there are there are some there are some questionable things that fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know that they've ever been caught for any of that. Now, I am personally a Heavy D Sparks fan. I watch his channel pretty regularly, and I do see him doing all kinds of nice stuff all the time. I also see him going out pissing away money all the time. the the buying the Black Hawk helicopter, not knowing how to fly a helicopter, then paying a bunch of money to get said helicopter up and running, I guess while taking helicopter flying lessons so that he could fly the helicopter back to his compound, is all that I can call it.
Everybody needs a Black Hawk, though, man.
I wouldn't have anywhere to park it. It's to,
right on top of the neighbor's house. I don't even care anymore. Just like,
and I don't. You
don't need a license to fly one of those, do you? You just get in and turn the shit on. I don't even know what he had to learn. Seriously.
Nope.
Stick up, stick down.
Nope. Don't like helicopters. They ride like shit. They're loud as shit. And they're just bad. Especially the fact that there's no way for it to fly if anything breaks on a helicopter.
So there you go. He's been flying helicopters for years. I didn't know that, but yeah, it takes a different license.
It takes a totally different license.
I imagine because it's like ex-military equipment.
His best friend is a lawyer. Yep. See, this is how a lot of things end up. I know that
Thompson RC, you're starting off negative 1,000 points for showing up late. But how are you doing?
Yeah, 7:06 p.m. Thompson, where have you been? Even Sean was in here before you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a rough show, dude.
What? Wait. Hey, what now?
Do what now?
Oh, thanks. I'm happy with my white one. I missed what Recreation was talking about there. No, you'll see a lot of people that have very good friends that are lawyers that manage to get away with a lot of things. Hunter Biden. Doesn't hurt your dad's president.
This is like making your wife president and your best friend treasurer.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I was gonna praise the fact that the Recon G6 was this weekend.
Oh God, you're gonna make me throw up in my mouth again. The Recon Puke on Me 6.
There were 17 people that took part in the 12-hour fixed enduro this year. 17.
It's 12 hours and how far? 12 miles or something. Don't you have to complete?
I believe the lap is about a mile, and you have to complete. I thought
it was a lap every hour. I thought you had to.
Yeah, I think you have to complete at least 12 laps. But 17 people took place in the 12-hour fixed enduro. Yay! Good for you. So that they got some companies so that they can put that Recon G6 silliness on their box.
Now the 5K, 5 kilometer. I mean, how close is that to 12 miles?
Not even close.
It's not.
Kilometer is 0.9 miles. So it's less. It's less than 5 miles. But that is the Ultra 5Ks that you see at the Axial Fest is actually a race. It's the fastest to the 5K. It's not just, can you manage to keep your shit running for 12 hours?
Okay, that makes more sense then. So, but I still think, if you're going to test endurance, I'm like with you, man, you put out, I used to go out every weekend and crawl for at least 4 hours. So for a whole year. So I don't know. I totaled that up, and that's endurance. If your truck will last that long, if your truck will make it that far, then you're doing good.
I give Brian Parker credit. The recon events are something unique. It's a little bit of a combo of trail running with some scale, and he's got a little point system, a little booklet you carry around and checklist your shit off while you're walking around out there on the trail. I give him credit for coming up with something that is unique, but the Recon G6
is propaganda leaving us? I'm sorry. I hope you weren't a G6 fan, Propaganda. Have a good night.
Take care, Propaganda. Keep up the fantastic work, my friend. Fantastic work you're doing over there. 100 points Propaganda, killing it on Instagram.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I would say, yeah, okay, 6 years it was innovative and new and different. Now it's just kind of old hat. I feel like right now what it is like a sponsor fest so we can slap a G6 badge on the side of this thing.
Yeah, endurance. Ford 6.0 diesel to last 100,000 miles. Damn straight.
Yeah, man.
That's an accomplishment. Yeah, and I've said it before. If you want a real endurance event, make it something like the Paris Dakar, which is multiple days, multiple hours.
What's 5K and 124 scale?
RC on a raft on a river, and half of them fall off. Well said, barbecue. But yeah, the whole the Recon G6 certification thing is. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I'm not going to buy a product because it's got a Recon G6 stamp on it. It's like a Jeep trail rated. Okay, I know a Jeep Rubicon made it on the Rubicon Trail. So Jeep legitimately says that is a trail rated because it made one of the most difficult four-wheel drive trails there is. Okay, good. But let's be honest, it's just a marketing thing. The same thing as Recon G6, it's just a marketing thing. You're just slapping that stamp on there because you think it's going to impress people. But when people actually look at it, that it's just a bunch of people walking around for 12 hours, I've done that at Disneyland for longer.
Cletus did a 24-hour round thing. I remember when
I would venture to say it's more difficult to do at freaking Disneyland than it is, walking around out in the beauty of nature with your RC car. As long as you don't drive like a jackass, your RC car is going to make it. You gear it right so the batteries last, because for whatever reason, you can only use 2 batteries. Or you can have 1 in the car and 2 in your backpack, which that isn't safe lipo technique and practice. Carrying lipos around in your backpack, crying out loud. But yeah, that never made any sense to me. What do you care how many batteries I use? What do I go through 50 batteries? I'm going to change the battery 3 times a lap. Who cares? It's not an endurance test of how long my batteries last. It's an endurance test of how long me and my RC car can last. I saw that, Earl. That was pretty awesome, especially when he landed the Cub on the racetrack and smoked his buddy out so that he couldn't set faster lap times. I mean,
here it comes. This is the last 15 minutes of the show.
If you've ever watched the 24 Hours of Le Mans, or actually watched the entire Paris, well, it's not Paris Dakar, it's just the Dakar Rally now. The Dakar Rally goes on for 2 weeks, and it is brutal. It's brutal, and it isn't in these guys are allowed to do whatever they want as long as they can get from checkpoint to checkpoint. And there are certain stages where they're not allowed to work on the car or whatever during that stage.
Right.
But once the stage is over, they can completely tear everything down and rebuild it so that the next day when they go out for another stage, the car's like brand new. The 24 hours of Le Mans, I mean, that is literally 24 hours of racing at Le Mans. That is, 24 hours of Daytona, 24 hours of Le Mans. That's endurance racing. And that's true. That is true enduro. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we've killed the whole audience and they were down to the next 15 minutes,
you had a bunch of Recon G6 fans in here, I guess.
I don't know what happened, to be honest with you.
Either that or maybe they're Mark Sandler diarrhea fans.
Man.
It always happens. There's always a lull right towards the end of the show because we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Yeah, see, Earl's still here, Barbecue's still here, NorCal's still here. Brutal is doing a drag and driving a 3,000 plus horsepower car.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's brutal.
I did see a video the other day of people's reaction to the first time they see a Top Fuel nitro car in person. Like the first time they see a Top Fuel car make a pass down the track.
With the flames shooting out and everything.
Where they, like, even some of them who have the big earphones on so they can't hear, still.
When we get up right around 800, 900 horse, you can start to feel it in your chest.
What right now they just they were just talking about John Force's funny car. The engines are dynoing right now at just a tick over 11,000 horsepower.
Wow.
That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount of horsepower. And they're only going 1,000 feet now. They're not even doing an eighth mile. Only pro stocks are doing quarter mile. Still.
Right.
But yeah, Top Fuel guys are only doing 1,000 feet. And they're still managing to get the cars well over 300 miles an hour and 1,000 feet. That is what Kevin Talbot needs to do for his, I think he's calling it his sausage speed car now. That's what he needs to do for his sausage speed car is Clay Millican's 12,000 plus.
Yeah, like standing next to SpaceX taking off.
I think that Kevin needs like a 400 horsepower electric speedrun car. Just something ridiculous.
I put this Tesla motor on my iPhone Mojave.
I would like to see Kevin Talbot set the world speed record. I would like to see that. I would like Kevin Talbot.
I'd like to see him get a fucking haircut.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Kevin Talbot sets the land speed record for RC car, I will start a GoFundMe to send to Kevin Talbot to get a haircut, to go to like a proper hairstylist. Evidently, Kevin Talbot's sister is hot.
Yeah, and apparently you're not supposed to talk about it. This is like
not supposed to.
Yeah, I don't even remember how this came up. This is like an old rumor. I don't mean to be nasty about it, or I'm not trying to be, but yes, it's always kind of been a thing with Kevin that his sister is quite good looking.
And he's butt ugly?
Oh, well, apparently he doesn't like when people talk about his sister.
Oh, okay. Well, then next week's show, we're going to start off by talking about Kev Talbot's sister.
I wonder if we can find a picture of her for the thumbnail.
Clay Millican won this weekend, man. Good for him. I like his YouTube channel. Which, speaking of, there's a couple YouTube channels that I like that are quite entertaining for racers. One is Billy Dietrich. He is a sprint car racer. He's just a normal guy. He's his own team, his own just local guy, runs local races around southern Pennsylvania. He does pretty decent. But the fun part about his videos isn't necessarily the racing; it's all the interaction that he has with his crew and the fans and everything like that. Because he's actually his crew is a riot. It's an absolute riot. He's got a guy in his team named Nate that they call him Nasty Nate. That he is a freaking pisser. So yeah, check out Billy Dietrich's YouTube show because he got some great. Clay Milliken is another good one. He actually does a lot of really good, kind of informative stuff on top of showing some in-race footage and whatnot. Another good one is a youngster out of Oregon named Tanner Holmes, another sprint car racer, by the way. All racers, because I do spend a lot of my time on YouTube watching racing stuff. But Tanner's young. I think he might be 18. He's been racing sprint cars for a couple of years now. And he's an incredibly nice kid. His sister now, a younger sister, I think she's only 16, is racing sprint cars now. But an incredibly nice kid. And, definitely if he isn't successful in sprint car racing, he's probably going to be fairly successful as a YouTuber. Okay. Catch up with this. First rule of Flight Club. Yeah. First rule of the shit that needs to be said show.
Go tell Sean.
Evidently Kevin's brother's better looking than he is too.
I like that. I got slapped with the ugly stick. And all I can think of is it wasn't a stick, dude. It was like an X-Max or something. Just biffed him. He hasn't been right since.
Kev fell out the ugly tree and didn't miss a branch on the way down.
He got hit with a T-hole.
Anyway. Nice. Vandermeer. I don't know when Thunder Valley is. I've been trying to get my wife to go to an NHRA drag race for years. The only race that my wife has ever been to
is just 15 minutes away.
Yeah, is my old motorcycle races. That's the only, and those are, that was when I was old and it was local tracks and we were slow and fat and stupid, and she's never seen anything like a real actual race. And I always keep telling her that drag racing is something, a top fuel nitro dragster is something you have to experience at least once in your life, because it literally makes your heart stop. You can be standing a quarter of a mile away and you feel a top fuel dragster in your chest. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't get these. I don't get these random stuff from my business where I get random email.
That you're dragging your wife to it. Yeah. Taking your wife to a drag show. That's
a National Hot Rod Association drag racing, not a drag show.
It's too funny.
No. I don't believe that I would be able to stomach an actual drag show. I would probably throw up. Because I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, let's not go there in the last 8 minutes.
Ugly ass men make for ugly ass women. And how come it is very few and far between that there is ever a woman that wants to transition to become a man so that she can compete against men in men's sports? Rarely.
Just the ones you've heard about.
I don't even think I've heard of one. There was a weightlifter that just broke another female weightlifting record. This time it was by 92 pounds. He broke the I believe it was the clean and jerk record by 92 pounds. This is a record that has only been broken like 6 times in the last 30 years, and each time it's been by less than a pound until a dude jumps in there and breaks it by 92 pounds, therefore making it unattainable for any biological woman to ever break that record ever again. Way to go, feminists. Doing a bang up job of fighting for women's rights and equality by letting men.
Yeah, I'm done. Recreation's out.
The Defense Department has been sending random emails to Mali, a Russian ally military emails. No. It wouldn't surprise me, Mr. Brown. Our military is a train wreck right now. Our highest ranking civilian military person is a dude dressed up as a woman, for crying out loud. The first female admiral is a dude. Dude. It's a dude. Sorry. You're born a dude. You're always going to be a dude. I don't care if you chop your junk off. You're still a dude. You're just a dude without your junk. Or I guess he could make you a eunuch. But I knew that was going to happen. I knew somebody was... Barbecue, 100 points. For once again, like Tony Clifton, bringing the G rating of the show.
Off the rails.
It always happens. Every week it has to happen. The last 30 minutes of the show has to be completely random and crazy, or else it wouldn't be the shit that needs to be said show. I do have to a shout out, a happy birthday to my father. God rest his soul. This Friday would have been his 80-something birthday. So July 21st. Happy birthday, Dad. We still got Dad hanging out over. Yeah, there he is, right there, in his funky hat, doing his yard work there. That was a random, candid picture of my dad out in the yard doing yard work.
Nice.
That him and my stepmom gave me for Christmas one year's Christmas present. Hey, it's a random picture of your dad doing random shit.
10,000 points for a dude without his junk. I think they call that a eunuch.
Yeah. You don't hear the term eunuch anymore. Yeah. The last time I think anybody actually heard eunuch was Pirates of the Caribbean 3. When Captain Jack Sparrow used eunuch. Actually, he used a eunuch comment several times in the Pirates movies.
Apparently, he was afraid of losing his junk, I think.
We should bring back the using the term eunuch more regularly. Basically, instead of trans people, we'll just call them eunuchs.
It's closer to God. Oh my God, that's not how I wanted to end the show. This show didn't go anywhere I was hoping it would. I mean, the beginning of the show and 30 minutes in, and Sean and Daniel jumping in there, and then I don't know. Just now, this is a little too much for Justin. I got to be honest. I think I'm throwing in the towel.
Justin has reached his limit. Eunuchs are Justin's limit.
I just don't think that.
I mean, like I said before, this show is a bunch of dudes, and maybe occasionally a woman, because I know occasionally my mom watches. But basically, it's a bunch of dudes hanging out, shooting shit, talking about shit. Last 3 minutes is triple points. Hey, recreation, we'll triple those points. 30,000 points for a dude without his junk. But I mean, really, we're just we're in here to shoot the shit, chat, talk about things that this, that, the other. Occasionally, we'll throw some RC shit in there, but it's like all of us just hanging out in the garage, like you would back in the olden days. Back when it was before there were trans people and they were just eunuchs.
Just. Oh man.
One last thing. Kudos to Jeremiah Barton from Donut Media getting to achieve a lifetime goal. He wanted to be in a race, professional race car drivers, and he managed to get to do it. And it was a brief moment in the video that he just put out. He got very, very emotional because he realized right before the start of his first professional race that he was getting to achieve a lifetime goal. And he got emotional, and they didn't edit it out. They left it in there. A little bit of humanity there, which
Nice.
is, kudos. And kudos just for hey, I know the Donut Media guys get to do all kinds of fun shit because they're big YouTube influencers, but getting to cross something off your bucket list is pretty cool for anybody at any point.
Right.
So we need to play poker with our Horizon bucks. Yes, Bobby Q, because you need a lot of Horizon bucks in order to get anything. Even if you have a lot of Horizon bucks right now, I don't think you will get anything with it because I don't think they're shipping anything. Johnny was dating Amber Heard, so he was thinking about his junk deal.
I'm gonna just throw 1,000,000 points at Arrow for that.
Yeah. And it's in the last 3 minutes of the show, so that's triple the points, Earl, this week. You are the winner with 3 million points because anytime anybody can make an Amber Heard reference on this show, you get 1,000,000 points. So remember that for future shows, to dig deep in the archives to look for your Amber Heard stuff, because
especially if you can tie it to Caribbean, if you anything, if you can make a
unique Amber Heard connection, that's 50 million points.
Amber really knows how to make a bed.
Next week's show's going to be fun. I can tell already.
Dinner's calling me.
Guess what, guys? It's that time. We've hit the ever wonderful 2-hour mark. And thank you. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with us. We really do appreciate all of you. You all make this an incredibly enjoyable show to do every week. I hope that everybody has as much fun as JB and I do. I know typically watching RC live shows, you don't see as much laughing going on as you do in this show.
No, apparently. I mean, if you watch that Australian shit, there's just a dude cussing me out.
just Jack ranting about what an asshole.
JB,
you flawed bastard, yeah.
that was more Irish. That's more Sean.
Yeah, I mean, Irish, British, and Australian. My accent, they all sound exactly the same.
I mean, he lives on an island, so whatever.
Alrighty, gentlemen, you have yourselves a wonderful week. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. We will see you back here next Wednesday for more shit that needs to be said. Thank you once again. And now we're going to go into that awkward time where we don't know when stream